His knowledge will be boundless, as will be his power to control human consciousness, so that humans may learn and serve creation. When Herod Antipas heard of this, he was frightened, and with him everyone in Jerusalem, because they feared that the newborn child would wield dreadful power. Herod Antipas called together all the chief priests and scribes from among the people and inquired of them where Jmmanuel had been born. And they replied, "In Bethlehem, in the Jewish land, for thus it was written by the prophet Micah, and you, Bethlehem, in the land of the Jews, are by no means the least among the cities in Judea, for from you shall come forth the King of wisdom, who will bring great knowledge to the people of Israel so that they may learn and serve creation." Thereupon, Herod Antipas called the wise men secretly and diligently asked them when the bright light with a long tail had appeared in the sky. He later directed them to Bethlehem, and said, "Go and search diligently for the young child, and when you find him, let me know, so that I may also come and adore him." After they had listened to Herod Antipas, they departed. And behold, the light with the long tail, which they had observed in the Orient, moved ahead of them with a high singing sound until it reached Bethlehem and stood directly over the stable where the infant was born. When they saw this, they were filled with great joy. They then went into the stable and found the young child with his mother, Mary, and with Joseph. And they fell down and worshipped the infant and offered their treasures, which were gold, frankincense and myrrh. However, the voice again rang out from the light high above, saying that they should not return to Herod Antipas because he planned evil for the young child. And they returned to their homeland by another route. After the three wise men had left, behold, the celestial son Gabriel appeared to Joseph, saying, "Arise and take the infant and his mother Mary with you and flee to Egypt. Stay there until I beckon you, because Herod Antipas is planning to seek out the young child and kill him, since he fears that this babe might wield terrible power. While you are in Egypt, I will send my messenger to Herod Antipas to teach him the truth." And Joseph arose and took the young child and his mother by night and escaped under the guidance of the celestial son Gabriel in the descending light, which fled with him to Egypt. Here they remained until Herod Antipas had a change of mind and his inner fear abated. When Herod Antipas realized that he had nothing to fear from the young boy, who was credited only with great wisdom and knowledge, he felt safe in his realm. Thus, he promised the messenger of the celestial son Gabriel he would no longer pursue Mary, Joseph and Jmmanuel. Now that Herod Antipas and his followers had changed their attitude, behold, the celestial son Gabriel appeared again before Joseph in Egypt, and said, "Arise and take the young child and his mother Mary and move to the land of Israel. All those who sought the child's life have had a change of heart." And Joseph stood up, took the child and his mother, and returned into the light which once more had appeared. It brought them to Israel. The celestial son Gabriel brought them back to the land of Galilee. There they dwelled in the city called Nazareth, so that what had been spoken by the prophets would be fulfilled: Jmmanuel shall be called the Nazarene. Chapter 3. John the Baptist. In due course, John the Baptist came to the edge of the wilderness and preached at the banks of the Jordan. John the Baptist preached of baptism in accordance with the old laws of God, according to which the way to knowledge was to be prepared. He preached that God's laws shall be followed because he is the sole ruler of this human lineage. He preached that above God, however, stands creation, the source of the worlds, universes and all living creatures. And so he taught that the genderless creation is the mystery of all mysteries, death and life, light and darkness, being and non-being. And so he taught once again that God, the Lord and ruler of this human lineage and of those who traveled from afar, the celestial sons, holds creation in high esteem. All Judea and all the people of Jerusalem went forth to John the Baptist, acknowledging the wisdom of the old laws of God, and let themselves be baptized by him in the river Jordan. John wore a garment made from camel's hair and a leather belt around his loins. His food consisted of locusts and wild honey. While he was baptizing many of the people, many Pharisees and Sadducees came to him who humiliated him with malicious talk. But John the Baptist spoke, "You brood of vipers, who told you that you will escape from future wrath, once your false teachings are revealed? See to it that you bear righteous fruit of repentance and learn the truth. Turn away from the evil of your false teachings, which you carry out with arrogance and pursuant with your greed for power and fortune. Do not think just of saying to each other, 'We have Abraham as father.' I say to you, with his knowledge and his power, God is able to raise up children to Abraham out of these stones, because he has knowledge of the mystery of creation. Already the axe has been laid at the root of the trees. Therefore, any tree that does not bring forth good fruit will be hewn down and thrown into the fire. You brood of vipers, in 2 times 1,000 years you and your followers, who pursue false teachings out of your own arrogance in your greed for power and fortune, shall be vanquished and, on account of your lies, punished. So it shall be when humankind begins to comprehend, and when the chaff is separated from the grain. It will be at the time when your false teachings will be laughed at and humankind discovers the truth. This will come to pass when humankind builds singing lights and chariots of fire, with which they can escape into the cosmos, as is done by God and his followers, the celestial sons, namely those who taught us the wisdom and knowledge of creation, and who urged us to obey the laws of nature and live according to them. O you renegades, you brood of vipers, get away from this place, because you are impure and cursed in your false teachings. Get away from this place, because I can by my own accord baptize you into repentance only with water, but he who comes after me is stronger than I, and I am not worthy of removing his sandals. He will baptize you with the knowledge of the Spirit and with the fire of truth. He has his winnowing fork in his hand. He will sweep his threshing floor and gather the wheat into his granary, but he will burn the chaff with unquenchable fire. The light can never withstand the truth, which destroys evil in its fire. As John the Baptist thus spoke, behold, Jmmanuel of Galilee then approached John at the Jordan, to be baptized by him. John, however, refused him and spoke, "It is I who need to be baptized by you because you possess greater knowledge than I. And you come to me." But Jmmanuel answered him, "Let it happen so now, because it is fitting for us to fulfill all justice, since we are both sons of the earth." So John consented and baptized him. When Jmmanuel had been baptized, he soon came out of the water of the Jordan, and behold, a metallic light fell from the sky and rushed over the Jordan. Consequently they all fell on their faces and pressed them into the sand, while a voice from the metallic light spoke, "This is my beloved Son with whom I am well pleased. He will be the King of truth, through which terrestrial humans shall rise as wise ones."